We are at the Fort Miami Speedway for the 21st race of Season 3 of the SCRL Grand National Series. The number 4 of Austin Line will be leading us to the green flag. So beside him is the 81 of Sergeant Young. Rest of the starting lineup here for today's race. All 22 of the full-time drivers are here. The Fort Miami Speedway has not been made for NR 2003, so we are using the Greenville-Pickens Speedway, the 1964 edition, as a replacement track, as it is a half-mile dirt track. This is the first time we are using the Fort Miami Speedway here in the Grand National Series. In the last round, Abby Russell scored her first career win by winning at the Detroit Fairground, or the Michigan State Fairgrounds. So Abby Russell will not be able to defend her win from one race ago. After Michigan Fairgrounds, Andrew James, who finished second in that race, gained a lot of points. He is now the points leader. Andrew James will be starting in the 13th position. Josh Barker, 61 points behind, will be starting in the 20th position. So we are officially past the halfway mark. We got a lot of big points-paying races to go, like Darlington, Lakewood, and Langhorne. So this championship is still wide open. Austin Line, who won earlier in the season at the Dayton Speedway, will be looking to try and win for the second time in his career, but he has 21 other drivers that will be trying to prevent him from getting win number 2. And now, for those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Field is rolling off as we begin our lone pace lap. Once again, 20 laps are the distance for today's race. Mentioned before, Austin Line trying to go for win number 2. Reach up there and pull them belts tight one more time. We're racing for the first time ever here at the Fort Miami Speedway. Austin Line leads us to green. See, Sergeant Young is going to get a run on the outside line. Can he complete the pass going into 1? Looks like he will. Coming off turn number 2. He will complete it. Austin Line's going to fight back, going off into turn number 3. Sergeant Young is going to block, cut down. And Sergeant Young will lead him off turn number 4. And Sergeant Young will lead the first lap here at the Fort Miami Speedway. Now for third place, we got a 3-car battle between the 100 of Jeff Stott, the 8 of Chris Tuckett, and the 93 of Roger James. Of course, Roger James, the brother of Andrew James, our new points leader. Oh, contact between the 93 and the 8. Back for the race lead. Here comes Austin Line. Can he clear? Nope. Sergeant Young is going to get a run off the high side. Sergeant Young will lead lap number 2. Battle for third is not much of a battle as Roger James has assumed it. But Jeff Stott's fighting hard on the outside. Nope, Roger James gets to run on the inside line, and Roger James will maintain third place, being followed by the 89 of Brent James. Brent James still looking for his first win of the season. You see Bronson Minnick on the inside line trying to help the 89 and the 93. Where is our new points leader? There he is, Andrew James. Currently in the 13th position, so he will gain points. Of course, as you all know, every position is worth a point. Well, at least the top 14, and as right now, 14th will go to Austin Abilene. Of course, he lost his points lead after holding it for the majority of the season. Just had a bad finish at the Michigan State Fairgrounds. Of course, anything could happen. You see Chaka Deskwater, a 3-time winner. Currently in the 12th position. She lost several spots in the points standings at the last round. That's what happens when you have the full and the part-time drivers race, and the part-time drivers take away. We got a car in the wall. That's the 100, Jeff Stott. I don't believe anything's wrong with that car. He just went wide and smacked the wall. Back up front, Sergeant Young continues to hold the race lead. Young, who has been second for the majority of the season, has only one win. That was in his debut race at the beach and road course at Daytona. As they cruise around here at a staggering 60 to 70 miles an hour. Hey, back in 1951, that was impressive going that fast. Battle for second place. Here comes the 93 of Roger James. Nope, not able to get past the 4. The 4 is going to use that to his advantage. Six laps has been completed. Let's see who's currently trailing the field out of course, is the 120 of Brian Gigsby, as he has for a majority of his season so far. Currently outside the points range is the 50 of Kristen Russell, the 22 of Chris Kyle. Austin Abilene has fallen outside the top 14. You see Dusquatch has moved their way into the 11th position. Brent Davison, a 3-time winner this season as well, is currently in the 9th spot. 3 wide for the race lead. Roger James on the inside line. He's going to try and take it away from Sergeant Young and Austin Line. Roger James has yet to win this season. Trying to join his brother Andrew in the win column. We see Austin Line gets a good run off the high side. Austin Line will lead that lap. Look at the average mile per hour, 55. That is incredible. How these cars are going so fast around this half-mile track. Can Roger James clear off turn number 4? I don't think he will. Austin Line will maintain the race lead off the high side. We got 11 laps to go. Andrew James currently in the 12th position. Austin Abilene still battling for the last point. So this 14th position, this will be for 1 point. Roger James again diving on the inside line of Austin Line. Can he clear? No, Austin Line off the high side. He will maintain the race lead. We are officially halfway, 10 laps down, 10 laps to go. Roger James still fighting. And looks like he will clear off turn number 2. So Roger James moves into the race lead. Can he defend it, though, for the next 9 laps? He goes a little bit wide off turn 3. Austin Line going to go on the inside line. Leading the lap will be Roger James. So if we were awarded points towards driver who leads lap, Roger James would get a point. But we do not award points for laps led. That'll just go towards your career total. Move Roger James up to first, Austin Line back to second, Sergeant Young in third, Brent James in fourth, and fifth is Chris Tuckett as of right now. But here goes Bronson Minnick on the outside line. Not able to clear. Let's check back at our battle for the last points. Austin Abilene has it right now, but here comes Ty Westerner on the inside line. Westerner will take over the last points paying position. We mentioned Andrew James once again, our points leader coming into this race. 61 up on Josh Barker. Barker is currently outside of the points, so at least in terms of that, Andrew James will lead with the points lead in terms of Josh Barker. As of right now, Roger James is pulled away to a 7/10 of a second lead. As the average speed continues to be 55.718. believe if we get into the 60 realm, that will be the fastest average speed we've had for the entire series. 6 laps to go. As you see, the average speed just went down, 55.749. Austin Line on the outside line, going to try and make that line work. Not typically the way you want to make a pass, but you never know, he could use it to his advantage. Let's see who has the fastest lap. That would be the 92, Andrew James, 31.467, compared to Austin Line's 31.5110. 5 laps to go. Roger James looking for his first win here in the Grand National Series. Austin Line looking for his second win of the season. You see Brent James back there. Got back around Sergeant Young. Up you see 59. Cole Ash is going to leave the inside open. That'll allow Brent Davison to gain a spot and gain, I believe, a point. Back up front. No change. 4 laps to go for Roger James. You see Kristen Russell and Josh Barker still outside the top 14, as is Austin Abilene, who is currently in the 15th position. So he needs to get back around Ty Westner if he wants to make this race be worth it. All these cars traveled from Michigan all the way here to Fort Miami. And looks like a lot of drivers will not gain points. Battle for 4th, not much of a battle as Chris Tuckett takes the position away. We got 3 laps to go. Roger James slowly driving at 55 miles an hour. But he is pulling away from Austin Line. At turn number 3 and at turn number 4, no challenge. This big gaggle of cars as Sergeant Young has reclaimed 4th from Chris Tucker. But Chris Tucker is going to get a run on the inside line and beat him to the line. 2 laps to go. Battle for 2nd is heating up, as Roger James has pulled away to a 1.1 second lead, as Brian Gigsby continues to trail the field. And to turn number 3. And to turn number 4. Off turn number 4, Roger James will see the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Fort Miami. Roger James has never won a Grand National Series race. He has struggled for a majority of the season. He comes into race number 21. He battles with Austin Line and Sergeant Young. He assumes the lead late, and he's going to pull away over the final laps into turn number 3. And to turn number 4 for the final time, Roger James is going to score career win number 1 here in the Grand National Series. He wins here at Fort Miami. Here we race results. Roger James scores the win. 2nd was Brent James. 3rd, Austin Line. 4th, Chris Tuckett. 5th, Bronson Minnick. 6th, Boston Austin. 7th, Sergeant Young. 8th, Brent Davison. 9th, Cole Ash. And 10th was Jeff Stott. Chris Kyle will get the last points in terms of points. Austin Abilene will not gain any points. Neither will Josh Barker, Kristen Russell, and finishing last was Brian Gigsby. Well, that is it here for race number 21. We're taking the victory lane for the first time in his Grand National Series career with the number 93 of Roger James. Here are the point standings of the 21st race of the season at the Fort Miami Speedway. Andrew James gained 3 points on Josh Barker. His lead is now 64. 3rd is Austin Abilene, 108 points behind. 4th is Sergeant Young, 136 points behind. And 5th is Chris Kyle, 140 points behind. Rest of the point standings. We'll next see you for round number 22 at the Morristown Speedway, and until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.